Hello, Sarah. Welcome. How are you feeling today?
Hello, David. I'm doing well, thank you. Although something a little awkward happened to me at work yesterday. My manager praised my presentation in front of the whole team. He said my analysis was brilliant and that I did a great job.
That sounds like a wonderful compliment. Why was it awkward?
Because I just froze. I felt my face turn red, and I think I just mumbled thanks and quickly looked down at my papers. The silence afterwards felt like it lasted forever. I never know what to say in those moments.
Sarah, that is an incredibly common problem. Many people feel awkward receiving compliments because they're taught to be humble and don't want to seem arrogant. But the good news is there's a simple technique to handle it gracefully. Today, we'll practice how to not just accept a compliment, but to use it to build a better, more confident conversation.
That would be amazing. I really want to learn how to respond better.
The first step is the foundation. Always start with a simple, genuine thank you. It's important to never dismiss the compliment by saying, "Oh, it was nothing," or "It's not a big deal." When you do that, you're unintentionally rejecting the other person's positive judgment, which can make them feel awkward. Accepting it gracefully makes both people feel good.
That's a great point. I never thought about how the other person feels.
Exactly. So let's start with some simple, powerful phrases. You can say, "Thank you, that's very kind of you to say," or "Thanks, I really appreciate that." Let's practice. Sarah, your English has improved so much recently. Your fluency is really impressive.
Oh, well, thank you, David. I really appreciate you saying that.
Perfect. A great confident start. Now for the most important part, the accept and add technique. After you say thank you, you simply add a small piece of information. This is the secret to avoiding awkward silence and making the conversation flow. Let's look at the first way to add. Technique 1, share the credit. If someone else was involved, mentioning them shows you are a humble and collaborative person. Let's try it. Congratulations on the successful project launch, Sarah. The results were fantastic, and the client is very happy.
Thank you so much, David. I'm so proud of how it turned out. I honestly couldn't have done it without the team's hard work, especially Maria's help with the data analysis.
That is a world-class response. It shows confidence in your work, but also positions you as a great team leader. Now for technique 2, tell a short story. When someone compliments something you have or did, tell them a brief, interesting detail about it. It makes you seem more open and engaging. Let's practice. "I love your scarf, Sarah. The colors are beautiful."
Thanks so much. I actually found it in a small market on my trip to Turkey last year. The shop owner was this lovely old woman who didn't speak a word of English, and we haggled for it using just a calculator and a lot of smiles. It's one of my favorite memories.
I see how that immediately makes the conversation so much richer. I can ask you about your trip now. It's a brilliant technique. Now for technique 3, return the compliment. You can give a compliment back, but the key is that it must be genuine and specific.
So I shouldn't just say, you too.
It's best not to. A better way is to accept their compliment and then find something genuine you admire about them. For example, if I compliment your presentation skills, you could later compliment my report writing. Let's practice. "Your new haircut looks fantastic, Sarah."
Thank you. I was a bit nervous about cutting it short, so that's great to hear. By the way, speaking of good choices, I was so impressed with how you handled that difficult client meeting yesterday. You were so calm and professional.
That was a perfect, sincere, and specific compliment in return. Now, that brings us to the other side, giving compliments. The most important rule is to be specific. For example, instead of saying, "Good job," what could you say to make it more meaningful?
I could say, you did a fantastic job on the data analysis section of that report. Your insights were so clear.
Exactly. That is 100 times more effective. Another advanced tip is to praise the effort rather than just the result. Saying, "I can see how much hard work you put into that," is often more powerful than saying, "You're so talented." It acknowledges their process.
Praising the effort. I like that a lot. It feels more personal.
It is. Okay, you've learned all the techniques. Now let's do a final continuous role play to put it all together. Imagine we're colleagues at a social event. I'll start. Hey Sarah, I've been meaning to tell you your performance on the Henderson project was outstanding. Seriously, a fantastic job.
Wow, thank you so much, David. That's great to hear. The whole team really went the extra mile on that one. I'm so proud of what we accomplished together.
Well, you led them brilliantly, and I have to say, that's a very elegant dress. The color is perfect on you.
Oh, thank you. I wore it to my cousin's wedding last month. It's so comfortable. Speaking of great choices, you have an amazing taste in books. I started reading that novel you recommended, and I can't put it down.
Well, thank you, Sarah. See, the conversation just flowed beautifully. You were graceful, confident, and engaging. You have completely mastered this. Now, Sarah, if you, as a student who just learned all these rich and valuable skills, genuinely enjoyed this lesson, what would you say to our listeners?
That's easy, David. I would say to them, if you found this lesson helpful and want to learn how to handle more social situations with confidence, please support us by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. It would be the best compliment you could give us.